happy Friday. I hope you are having a great day and a great start to your weekend. If you're new, I'm Jessica, Earth Angel 111 here on YouTube. This will be a collective love reading. So as always, remember to take what resonates for you and leave the rest, as it may be someone else's message. And let me just hop right in. Overall energy is nervous to tell you how they feel. So I will pull some tarot cards to start, get some energy there. Oh, wow, already one's flying out. Ace of Swords, truth card, okay? Some type of truth coming your way. They want to communicate something to you. So this may be someone you're dating, married to, crushing on, or walked away from. But as always, keep in mind as their love messages. And let's just see what comes out. Knight of Pentacles. You may be dealing with an air sign or an earth sign. So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. But this person wants to come in, Tower moment, Seven of Pentacles. They feel like it might be too little too late. So some of you, this may be someone you're in separation from or decided to let go of. So they've been kind of holding this deep love for you for a very long time, and they're ready to communicate to you that. And they're nervous to tell you how they feel because maybe it's been, wow, maybe it's been a long time since you two have communicated, or since you two have been together, or the idea of you two pursuing a connection. So this person loves you for who you are. And no matter how much time has passed between you, they feel like you've done a phenomenal job at really just getting your life together, whether you're with them or not. Maybe you've made some major accomplishments in your life, something that you should be extremely proud of yourself for. And now they know that they want to be the only person you need. Now with that Tower moment, your person's whole world was shaken up when you two decided to either part ways or to not continue to have a relationship. But they feel like everything happened for a reason. At the time, they couldn't understand it. They may have felt very hurt by you or very taken back. Or this could be your energy. Take it how it fits. But it's like all that needed to happen for you both to see the truth as to how important your connection is, how much you were meant to continue to grow and build together. So there is no one else for them. That's what some type of realization is that they have. And they want you to know that they've always had your back. So maybe there's been times you've questioned whether this person really was there for you when you two weren't together. They want you to know they always had best interests for you. Even if you two weren't in communication, this is someone who's very thoughtful, very much so all about the people they love, whether that's a relationship, a family, or a friend. This is someone who doesn't just get upset easily with someone because they're not in communication. So beautiful energy to see, you know. They want you to know that when you walked away, though, this really shook up this person's world. It made them have to take a look within and just see what they needed to work on in themselves. And that's always a good thing, y'all, because we're never done learning. And that's what your person wants you to know with that Tower there. So now they feel like they've really become the man or woman that you need them to be, not only for themselves, but for a relationship. And there were certain things that this person had to grow within. They had to learn how to forgive themselves too for not being enough in the past, because this person could have really held some type of like resentment within themselves for feeling as though they weren't the person you needed them to be. And this is something that they may be nervous to tell you. Like, this is someone who internalizes a lot of the feelings or emotions that they're going through. And they're starting to realize, wow, they had to go through a spiritual awakening and you were the reason, but in the best possible way. You've taught this person complete self-awareness to cut through illusions and detach from their ego. And that is literally something that anyone could only hope for. To learn how to really just be selfless in the world, to move in love, to move in forgiveness. Like, that is one of the biggest lessons you can learn. So your person feels incredibly grateful for that, but you brought them into some type of reality check, okay? Maybe you walked away from this person because you felt like they weren't providing the stability or, you know, the loyalty you needed. You'll know how it resonates for your message. But SOS is here. They had to act with urgency and they went through a lot of distress. In the past, your person may have been someone who was more lust-filled. So maybe you two had more of a physical connection, but not that deep emotional bond. Or there was something that was preventing you two from getting to that deep connection level. And they just want you to know at this moment in their life, they've really come to some type of realization. Now, in the meantime, they was playing detective a little bit. They may have been kind of watching to see what you were up to. Whole time, they realize they're proud of you for something. So you have really demonstrated to this person what it means to be respectful to a person, even when you're together with them or not. They also know that you've always had their back. So they really appreciate that about you, and that they want to be the only person you need. Let me see if I can get one intuitive message for that. Wow. So in the past, this person really used some type of self-healing, but it wasn't necessarily the best response they could have given. You know, this is someone who, when they're going through hardships with the people they love, they may kind of isolate themselves. And they're realizing now that that wasn't the right choice to do. The right choice was to communicate with you, to make amends. And that's how you've spiritually awoken this person. To teach them that speaking the truth to the people you love means more than pulling away because you feel like the truth is hard to take or unbearable. And it's like your person always had the best intentions for you in this connection, but they were either at a place in their life where they weren't ready to provide the type of long-term stability you needed them to, or that they themselves just had a lot of learning and growing to do in their life. And like, you should be proud of yourself because they know that you are part of that spiritual awakening. You provided some type of understanding to them that if they didn't change after the end of your relationship, this pattern was going to continue. Continue to progress, continue to make them feel like they just weren't enough. So your person's starting to realize as well, they have some type of tendency to either self-sabotage a beautiful relationship, or like I said, just to kind of push people away instead of communicating how they feel. So Temperance is here. What a beautiful balance to be restored into both of your lives. You may be dealing with a Sagittarius, a Scorpio, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, Aries, Leo, Sag, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. All the signs are here, but specifically Sagittarius and Scorpio came out by themselves. So yeah, they feel like this Tower moment had to happen for them to go through some type of spiritual ascension so they could come into an awareness and a knowledge of what they needed to change within themselves to become the person that you need them to be and the person that they're meant to be. So ready to collaborate with you in love, in partnership, and most importantly, in new chapters. They may be inviting you out this weekend. Your person definitely wants to spend some one-on-one time, not just dwelling in the past, but communicating how they've changed and how much they've grown. Your person has done like a 180 in their life, so you're going to know how that fits. Maybe in the past they felt as though they were kind of just getting by or they weren't taking responsibility for their actions. Something now has changed within them. They're a completely different person. And they want you to know it's because of the ending of your relationship that made them realize that they needed to change. So you spiritually awoke someone. Maybe you are very spiritually awoke yourself. You definitely could be someone who's good at reading this person's energy. And you know, maybe you were kind of guiding this person or nudging them to make the changes. But it's one of those things, some people, right? I mean, I would say pretty much everyone in the world, sometimes you got to go through it yourself to really want to change, even if someone just has the best intentions for you and is trying to help you out. Sometimes you just got to really go through it and figure it out on your own. And that's what they feel like you taught them. So Two of Swords, this person is no longer deciding to kind of pull themselves back from what transpired between you. So Two of Swords in reverse, really hoping to make some type of beautiful amends. And this weekend is significant. It may also be in the next 2 weeks. And also too, you're really not going to see this coming. The communication is going to be very swift, very unexpected, but very mature. So some type of reunion is coming into play. Your person may want to reunite with you, like I said, or even just have this conversation, not dwelling on the past, but thanking you for whatever it is that you two went through as a couple or as a partnership that allowed them to see where they needed to grow as a person. So really beautiful energy to start out, y'all. I'm going to pull some more love messages and let's see what else this person wants you to know. Wow, it says, I cannot forget you. I love you. So if you ever thought this person forgot about you, the answer is absolutely not. For them, there's no one else. So your person definitely has been single since y'all separated. They have not been dating other people. If any, let's get to the good stuff. Let's see some love messages your person wants you to know. I'm going to go ahead and clear up this spread. But wow, you've really done something for this person, and they know that your connection is something that's truly divinely guided into their life. So that may be what they're nervous to tell you, that you've always had this very deep space in their heart, and that they love you for who you are. And the fact that you are someone who's never switched up on them, even if they pushed you away. So wanting to be the only person you need, there's no one else for them, and they have your back. So I'll leave those couple out here. But that Ace of Swords, some type of underlining truth. And just really beautiful energy to see, because overall you are dealing with someone who feels as though you are very kind-hearted. And look at that, hottest person they know. So your person feels like you are absolutely gorgeous to them. You have left such a good impression on their life, their heart, and most importantly, on the way that they view love. So loving your curves. If you are someone who's a little bit thick, curvy, okay, they love it. They actually love it. They love your shape. So you may be someone who has a very curvy body and they love it. You may be a Virgo or dealing with a Virgo. So Virgo, Scorpio, and Sagittarius are the main signs that have come out so far. So this is it, okay? Nervous to tell you how they feel. Really hoping you will learn to, listen to their feelings. Lots of cards falling today. Hoping you will learn to listen to their feelings. And, you know, maybe this person feels like you might want to be quick to just kind of reject the idea of coming back together with them, which, you know, real love is hard to find. And I truly believe you don't love someone unless you break off things with them or the relationship ends and you still love them. That's love. And it's like loving someone even if you're with them or not with them. That's true unconditional love, right? And this person may just want you to know that. So wanting to kiss every inch of your body and missing you a lot right now. So they've been missing you through some type of time apart, through some type of spiritual awakening. A lot of you are definitely dealing with a twin flame connection where maybe the two of you both had to be separated because you both had more lessons to learn. And sometimes the universe will separate those who love each other so that you can learn how to appreciate your relationship more. So maybe you two were having small disagreements, or you were the type of individual they feel like you were trying to teach them how to be a more mature, better version of themselves, but they weren't ready to hear it. This person may be extremely stubborn, and they may be a fixed sign, but ultimately they know that you did have good intentions for them, and only time was able to tell that for the two of you. So look at that, all the feathers, that's all the passion between you, and also too fitting because we are in fall right now. So something about the fall leaves changing. This person has come to this realization very recently. So this is why they want to rush in with some type of communication or offer. Some of you, this person would love to take you out for dinner. They'd love to discuss something over a good meal between you. Maybe this is something you two used to do a lot in the past. And just wanting you to realize that they've always missed you, even though you two have been in separation for quite some time. You know, through the whole time that you two have been in no communication or separation, they feel like it taught them a lot of strength. And it taught you a lot of strength. And also, too, how strong your bond is, because it's truly unbreakable to this person. All that time apart, all those things you both went through separately are really, if anything, guiding you back to one another at a place where you both feel extremely grateful for one another's love and connection. And that's truly how they feel. They also want you to know that you are one of the strongest individuals they've ever met in their life. So maybe through some type of separation time, you've gone through major career changes, life changes, changes in your dynamic, changes in your health, changes in the way you carry yourself or live your life. And your person wants you to know that they are so impressed by your strength to overcome. Like, if they could applaud you today for that alone, that's what they want you to know. And that is something that is very beautiful to see in this energy, because who doesn't want a partner who's extremely proud of them and commends them on their strength on a daily basis? And that also is part of this separation, because maybe you were someone who carried a lot of burdens on your back on your own, and your person didn't always recognize that strength within you. So for example, you may be someone who really overworked yourself in the past to provide for your family or your relationship with them. And this person may not have recognized it as much as they do today, seeing you have to do it on your own. So throughout some type of time, you've done this all on your own. Your person just feels like, wow, you are beautiful, you're strong, you're intelligent, you are a divine feminine or a divine masculine, and you are the only person that they truly have ever felt so grateful to have in their life. So really beautiful to see, y'all. So at the bottom of the deck, okay, procrastination, too busy. Your person feels like you maybe have been avoiding having this heart-to-heart with them because you've been extremely busy, but they want you to know that you are a key player in their life, and you will always be the most important person. You are very irreplaceable, and you have always played an essential role in your person's life. And for that alone, they need you to know that this relationship is something that they do not want to let go of. If anything, they want to have an opportunity to show you how grateful they are for who you've always been to them, and most importantly, for who you've helped them grow into. Because this person, clear as day, feels like if it wasn't for you, they wouldn't be able to be as proud of themselves and where they're at in their life. So you have really done something beautiful for this person, and that's why it's giving twin flame, because your twin flame awakens your inner soul and makes you have to heal parts of yourself you thought you could previously never recognize. So they just want to thank you for that, and that is why they are nervous to tell you how they feel, because the love they have for you, it never went away. If anything, they love you more today than they did then. So God bless you. God bless this beautiful union. It's going to be up to you, but I really hope you and your person that you're in love with and watching for are really able to have the most beautiful connection, because that's what you deserve. So have a good day.